Former Spurs goalkeeper and captain Hugo Lloris has stated the reasons why he thinks that Spurs didn't win trophies under Mauricio Pochettino. Grace Clinton has just scored her first goal for England, and the Spurs under-21s and the under-18s will be in cup action on Saturday.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams. Club news. Transfer news. Match previews. Legend interviews. Spurs women. Press conferences. Covering everything Tottenham and England.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So Spurs are currently 5th in the Premier League table. We do not have a game this weekend. Of course, we were meant to play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on Friday, but due to Chelsea's involvement in the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool on Sunday, the game has been postponed and will be rescheduled at some point. Now, there will be 8 games in the Premier League taking place this weekend. 6 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday and 1 on Monday. The 6 games on Saturday are as follows: Aston Villa v Nottingham Forest, Brighton will take on Everton, Palace against Burnley, Manchester United take on Fulham, Bournemouth will take on the champions Manchester City, Arsenal will take on Newcastle. The one game on Sunday, Wolves will take on Sheffield United, and Monday night, West Ham host Brentford. On Saturday, the Tottenham Hotspur under-18s will be in FA Youth Cup action away at Manchester City, 12 noon kickoff, and the under-21s will also be in cup action, this time in the Premier League Cup against Fleetwood Town. This one will be played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 1 p.m. kickoff. On Friday evening, Tottenham Hotspur women player Grace Clinton made her senior international debut for England, and within the opening 20 minutes of the game, she scored her first goal for the Lionesses as they secured a 7-2 victory over Austria in a friendly. The 20-year-old, who is currently on loan to us from Manchester United, was given her first cap and was just inches away from opening her account in the 14th minute as her effort from the edge of the box struck the inside of the post. However, just 5 minutes later, Grace Clinton netted her first ever senior international goal and the second goal of the evening as she rose the highest to Lauren Hemp's cross to guide her header in the bottom corner, making an instant impact on her debut. Former Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper and captain Hugo Lloris has spoken out of why Spurs didn't win trophies under Mauricio Pochettino. He said, under Pochettino, you could see the progression year after year, and we were very competitive. We were close to winning. I think at the time we missed 2 or 3 more players to compete for success and for him to win trophies. Our progression was too fast for the club because at that time they were focused on the new stadium. They did not have financial reserve as they do now. At that time we needed to add a few players and regenerate that group of players. When I felt that we were most capable of winning a trophy, we had to move to Wembley. Hugo Lloris then went on to say, the year before at White Hart Lane we finished unbeaten. We won 17 games and drew 2. It was a big record. At that time we thought if we stayed at White Hart Lane we could match that same tally of points, but we moved to Wembley Stadium, which was a different environment and stadium. We had to deal with that for a year and a half. Even with that, we managed to get into the top 4. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Grace Clinton, because she has had a fantastic season so far and has just made her international debut and has scored for England. Simply incredible. She has been Tottenham's best player all season without any doubt, and been one of the standout players in the Women's Super League this season. She's currently on loan from Manchester United to Tottenham, and I tell you what, Robert Villaham will certainly hope that Spurs can keep hold of her somehow for next season. I'm sure that they will be planning a deal of some kind to try and keep her at the club. for next season, because she is an incredible player, an incredible talent, very young as well, and you know, a real standout performer this season. Very, very pleased for her. Of course, the under-18s and the under-21s will be in cup action on Saturday. Tickets are still available for the under-21 game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Fleetwood. So if you would like to go to that game at the Spurs Stadium, then do visit the Tottenham Hotspur website. Hugo Lloris on why Spurs didn't win trophies under Mauricio Pochettino. Of course, it was a very difficult period of time, but it was you know, exciting at the same time. Of course, moving into the new stadium, I do get Hugo Lloris, what he's saying. Of course, we finished that, you know, finale season, 16-17 season, at White Hart Lane, unbeaten. It was an incredible season. And, you know, I've always said this, you know, we should have won trophies under Mauricio Pochettino. We went 518 days without signing a player, multiple transfer windows. And as Hugo Lloris has said, and I've said exactly the same thing over the years, we've always been 2 or 3 players short from really competing for the Premier League or indeed the big prizes. But, you know, some people would argue, well, you know, without spending a penny in 518 days, Pochettino still took us to a Champions League final in 2019. I doubt that will ever be repeated again. You know, a team not spending a penny in multiple transfer windows and then a manager taking a team to a Champions League final. It was incredible. Pochettino done a marvellous job. Of course, it is disappointing that he has gone to Chelsea, one of our biggest rivals. And of course, he is in a cup final. You know, we were meant to be playing Chelsea on Friday evening. He is now playing in a cup final, or managing in a cup final on Sunday. But, you know, I've said this so often on this channel over the years, the amount of very, very, very good players that have left the football club without winning a trophy is gutting, really. The likes, you know, very recently, Harry Kane, Hugo Lloris, you know, Christian Eriksen, Jan, Toby. We could go on and on and on. You know, since 2008, we haven't won a trophy. It has been so long. But of course, we are in this fantastic new stadium now. We've been there for nearly 5 years. You know, with Hugo Lloris saying about Wembley, we had to move on as a football club. We had to go to that next level and, you know, get a brand new stadium, which of course we've got now. I've said this so often as well over the you know, the past few years. Certainly, everything is in place. The work now that needs to be done is on the pitch, and you know, with Ange Postecoglou coming in the summer, we have seen vast improvements. We have seen a major rebuild of this team and this squad. So watch this space. You know, I know Ange Postecoglou has said, you know, it's going to take time, you know, fans have got to be patient, etc. We have seen a number of really positive signs this season, and of course we have seen 2 very positive transfer windows, and I'm hoping that, you know, that does continue, and the next transfer window in the summer is just as good as the last 2, the summer window and the January transfer window. And hopefully it won't be long before we are waiting for our next trophy, because as I've said hundreds and thousands of times in the last couple of years, you know, our last trophy in 2008, it has been far too long. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.